had a year-long growth plan that shows you a way to make your next promotion happen, what would it mean to you? Would you want it? Would you follow it? Would you dedicate the time and effort needed to develop yourself so that you can stand out above the crowd and make the decision about who gets that job a no-brainer? If you answered yes, I've got good news for you, as I'm going to share an outline of this today, and stick around for a special gift at the end of this video. Now, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell button so that you get notified as my videos come out each week, and share it with other growth-minded individuals like yourself. So I want to ask you some more questions. Are you seeking a promotion? A breakthrough promotion in your career? Are you a manager who wants to develop your leadership skills so that you can advance your career further over the next few years? Or maybe you're transitioning into a new leadership role for the first time and you want to learn more about how to lead people. What if I could change your career trajectory? What if you could transform your hope into action? I have encouraging news for you, because the guide that I'm talking about gives you all the tools and tips that you need to unlock the doors of opportunity and transform your perceived barriers into stepping stones for success. Now, I'll be honest, I've experienced these challenges of navigating this path firsthand, and now I have the honor and privilege of teaching leadership development for the Walt Disney Company every single day. And I love it. And now I want to do the same for you. Now, my mission is to discover, develop and nurture the next generation of leaders at all levels, so that I can help to create a legacy of leadership excellence where everyone is happy to come to work. I know you may be saying, Chris, that sounds a bit idealistic, and it probably is, right? And in reality, will I be able to impact everybody? No. But with your help, I can reach more and more people. And that's what makes me happy and gives me fulfillment. Now, as we go through this journey, your first step is to identify your starting point. Where are you now? And the way we do this is to complete a thorough self-assessment. This includes your personal and your professional life. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are things that you could do? What are things that make you happy? What are things that make you sad? Now, I first came across this sort of thought process in 2016, 2017, when at work we were given Simon Sinek's Golden Circle to talk about in my team meetings. And this really opened my eye about thinking about why we do things instead of thinking about what we do and how we do them. Now, I know it sounds a bit alien, but it really is important. What is your why? What is your purpose? And that counts for you as a person, or it counts for you professionally. It counts for the team you work for, the company you work for, and everything. So what I did is actually started looking at this myself. I then worked with a group when we taught and studied Simon Sinek's book, Find Your Why and Start With Why. And that's how we really started delving into this and identifying, again, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, what are the things that motivate us. And it came up with my why statement, which is to add value to other people so that they can become the best version of themselves. Now, I've been living that why statement since 2017. So this is my 8th year now. And that really propelled me on my self-development and self-improvement journey, so much that I joined the John Maxwell team in 2017, got certified as a DISC human behavior consultant in 2018. I'm also now a Maxwell corporate trainer, as well as Maxwell DISC, and I study, right? I read books all of the time, and books that are going to help me to grow and help me to develop other people. Now, the Promotion Made Simple growth plan includes worksheets to help you identify your starting point. Now, whether you use these or whether you use your own, I'm going to give you some tips for how to complete a self-assessment. Firstly, probably most importantly, make sure you dedicate time to do this. right? Uninterrupted time. Because if you rush it, you will miss critical insights that could be important components of what it is that you really believe in and what are your values. The second point is to be honest with yourself. There will probably be some hard truths uncovered while you go through these exercises. And while that can be painful, they are things that you need to hear in order to move forward. The third point is identify your strengths. What are things that you love to do? Things that you often get lost in time as you're doing it. You can spend all day and forget that time exists. What are things that people come to you for advice for or ask you to help them with? They're likely to be all your strengths. The opposite side of that is point 4, which is identify your weaknesses. Now, most people don't like to admit that they've got weaknesses, which is a weakness in itself, right? We all have weaknesses. Now, I am a big believer that we don't necessarily need to work on our weaknesses, but we need to understand what they are. And then we need to have people around us that are strong in those areas that we partner with that help us as a team and collective to be better. But you have to identify what are those weaknesses. And then somewhere in between those, there's some opportunities for success, right? And they're the things that you work on, but we'll go over that in later lessons. And then the fifth point on these tips and tricks is, again, fairly straightforward, but repeat this process every quarter, right? You want to be able to measure your progress. How are you improving? How are you utilizing your strengths more? How are you overcoming those weaknesses by partnering with other people? Now, if you want to test the water, here's a free gift for you, right? I mentioned it right at the start. And in the description below, you'll see links to these two things. So the first thing is you could join the 7-Day Career Accelerator Challenge. And this is a free program where you receive an email from me every day for 7 days with tips and tricks and tasks for you to complete on that day. Now, you can do it in 7 days. You can do it in 2 weeks. It's self-led. It's whatever you want, but you will receive the emails over a 7-day period. All right. That's a fairly simple, straightforward, very easy tips and tasks for you to complete. If you want a more detailed roadmap, you can download a free copy of my ultimate guide to getting promoted in the next 12 months. Right. Again, the link is in there. That gives you a bit more detail, and then you can go through that and start working on tasks that are going to help you to get promoted. Both of these free links, as I say, are in the details, the description section below this video, or you can go and visit my website, all the W's, standupleaders.com, where you can also pre-order my new book, which is Promotion Made Simple, your year-long plan for career growth. It's out available for pre-order on Kindle now, and the paperback version will be available later in February. Well, that's all for today. Leave a comment below with any questions or any aha moments you've got from here, anything you want me to cover in future videos. And over the coming weeks, I'm going to dive more into this year-long growth plan and share more tips and tricks as we go along. But again, go and download the free things. Join the 7-Day Accelerator Challenge. Pre-order the book and let's get started. My goal is to help you achieve the promotion that you want in the next 12 months. Bye for now. See you real soon.